Let's go.
Said he only hit you up when he see you doing great, and you criticized a couple times, like okay, but he still came back tryna ride your wave. You got options, you got options. Them niggas want you, cause you're poppin'.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Broadnax, and today I'm coming to y'all with a business Q&A. So I wrote on my social media if anybody had any business related questions or whatever. I was actually going to add the questions to like another business video I had planned on doing, but I got so many questions that I just decided to make a completely separate video. So if you're interested in learning a little bit about business, continue watching. Wait a minute. Before I get into answering business questions, I know everybody here probably doesn't know who I am, so let me introduce myself and let y'all know what I do. My name is Broadnax. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. I am a soldier in the United States Army Reserves. I've been in for 5 years now. It'll be 6 years in January when I will be getting out. Like I said, I am an entrepreneur. I currently own my own cosmetic line by the name of PrettyRai Cosmetics. I'm a graphic designer, a photographer. I also paint. Damn! I did own a clothing store by the name of Endless Conceit, and that was about 2 years ago now. So I've been an entrepreneur for about 2 years. So that's who I am, and that is why people are asking me business questions. Anything that I mentioned about that I do, my website, graphic design, photography, all of that information will be in my bio so that you can get in contact with me about those things. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Hey boo, did you write a business plan before you started? How did you section it if so? So no, I did not write a business plan. I need to write a business plan, but that's a business plan is a big part. You don't need a business plan to start a business unless you're having the type of business where from the jump you're going to need investors. I didn't need investors. I still don't have investors. So at this point, I don't necessarily have an immediate need for a business plan. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. If it's something where you're going to need to go to the bank and get money, yada yada yada, yes, you're going to need a business plan. But as far as sectioning it and advice on it, I haven't even written myself one, so I can't give any advice on that. But there's plenty of places on the internet, Google, like you can look at example business plans and stuff like that and go from there. That's what I need to actually do. So this question says, hey, I'm trying to start a boutique for toddler, baby, and big kids clothes and accessories. I have no clue on a name for it. Any suggestions or feedback? All right, so as far as the name, I would say not to overthink it. Like, literally, for me to think of my names for my businesses, I literally just write out a list of things related to whatever my business is. So for PrettyRai Cosmetics, I was writing out like pretty, gloss, like lips, like anything to get my brain going or whatever. And I knew I wanted to have my name in it. So I'm like, Braid. I'm going like through all my little nicknames that I have or whatever. And I came up with PrettyRai Cosmetics. It's cosmetics. Cosmetics are pretty. My name is Braid. I think I'm pretty. PrettyRai. Boom. As far as other feedback, I do think that's a really good idea, like toddler clothes and stuff like that, because I don't see a lot of those kind of small startup businesses, as far as kids clothing and stuff like that. So that is a really good idea, girl. Or yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the gender of whoever asked me this, but definitely when you get that going, let me know about it. I'll be sure to shout you out and follow your business pages and stuff like that. I don't have no kids, but you know what I'm saying, I can support any way that I can. Would you be willing to take on mentees to help people start and build their businesses? This is a good question, and I feel like if you're asking me this, you would be interested in that. So thank you for seeing that much greatness in me that you feel like I can teach you something. But as far as taking on mentees, I feel like I'm still learning a lot. Like I'm learning, and while I'm doing videos and stuff, we're like learning together. So I'm not gonna say I'm not open to helping people, but I don't know if I'm necessarily there enough to be a mentor just yet. I'm still trying to figure it out, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a hot mess. I'm trying to figure it out. But if you need any type of help or pep talk or whatever, definitely DM me or whatever, and I got you. I got you. How do you know what vendors to trust? I'm scared my product will not be the quality I'm asking for, but how would I be sure? Okay, so as far as vendors, so all right, so I'm gonna go with like, let's do clothes. Okay, clothing vendor. So you have a clothing vendor. A lot of times when I had my clothing store, my vendors were like on bigger sites. So it was like a site that had multiple vendors on it, if that makes sense. So something like, I'm gonna say Amazon. How about that? Amazon. Amazon was not a vendor of mine. I don't know if Amazon's a good place for vendors. I'm just using Amazon because that's the first thing I can think of. So like Amazon. You go on Amazon and say you want to sell, candy. Like you want to buy candy in bulk and sell it or whatever. So you go on Amazon, you find all the sellers that sell like whatever kind of candy you want, right? This is how you find a vendor. You buy from that first of all, before you buy, sorry y'all, let me back it up. Read reviews, read feedback. A lot of the sites these days have that when it comes from vendors and all that type of stuff. There is feedback on everything. Let you know about shipping times, about customer service, about the quality of the product, you know, all those type of things. Read that feedback. Look at the pictures. A lot of places have, a lot of sites have where people leave that feedback and they will leave pictures and stuff like that. Read that feedback and make the best educated decision. The thing about business is when you go into business, you have to be willing to take risks. And that's what you're going to do when you get a vendor. If you want to sell candy, you might have to buy from multiple vendors just to see who's going to bring you the best quality, who has the best shipping, like what works best for you customer service wise and such. You have to take that chance. But I don't think this day and age people should have that many problems with finding an actual good vendor and you know, receiving something and it's like terrible. I don't think that should even be going on as much, but you just have to take that chance. Now, like I said, if you wanted to sell candy, you go on Amazon or like one of these other sites that have a bunch of, like they have the feedback and stuff like that, that's one thing. But if you're dealing with a separate one-off vendor, maybe somebody you found on Instagram and you'll message them on WhatsApp or whatever, you have to go with your gut pretty much. You have to take that risk and, you know, make sure, like if you're buying lashes, you found a vendor on Instagram. There you go. You can find vendors on Instagram, okay? Hashtag mink lashes, 1 million vendors, boom. And this person is only on Instagram. They don't have any other type of whatever. You have to, like me, I'm gonna look through them likes, I'm gonna look through their comments, I'm gonna look at their tag photos and whatever else. Because like when it comes to lashes, or you know, people are secretive about their vendors, but there are actually some people that will tag their vendors in their pictures and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. So you just have to do that research and just, girl, honey, drop it. Just go ahead and make that purchase, take that chance. That's, you don't have a choice. Me personally, I have never had a bad experience with a vendor. Never. I had somebody send me the wrong color of something before, but I ended up liking the color that they sent me better than the one that I initially ordered anyway. So other than that, I've never had a problem with a vendor. It's just about reading. The information is there. Read the information. Okay, so what tips would you give for product photography if I'm just starting out and don't want to pay too much right away? Honey, the best advice I can give you is this. Yeah, take your own pictures with your iPhone. And if you, like, that goes for product pictures and like Photoshop, excuse me, and photo shoots in general. Use your camera. Use your iPhone. Use what you have. I feel like a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that because you have a business starting out, you gotta be spending all this money, having these nice expensive photo shoots and stuff like that. And that is not the case at all. Like, at all, honey. Now I do my own shoots. Like I end up getting me a nice camera, but that's because I was buying it for YouTube, but I end up using it for shoots. But a lot of times I shoot stuff for my page and my product pictures and stuff with my iPhone. Like, get creative. use your iPhone, go outside, get you some nice, I remember I went to Target, I bought me like a nice little white furry cover type of thing. I used to set my shades and stuff on there or whatever. That's when I was selling clothing. I used to set my shades and stuff on there and take pictures like that. Like, honey, it's not that hard. But another thing is, if you do want to do a shoot and like you want to be in a shoot, which is understandable, you know, you can find a photographer that is not that expensive. Excuse me. Like, I feel like we all know photographers. I'm a photographer for one. So if you're in Richmond and you're in my area, you can definitely get me to do your photography. I'll get you right. Prices is good. That information will be in my bio. Boom. Just use what you have. Like, everything does not have to be super expensive and fancy for it to be nice. I promise you. Because none of my stuff is expensive and fancy. I make do with what I have. Okay? Trust me. Were you nervous when you first started? Was it hard? How did you push past the days that you weren't always that weren't always the best, or the days you maybe didn't make as much as you set your goal for? So when I first started my first business 2 years ago, I was definitely, I mean, was it 2 years? It was a little bit old. Okay, I came up with the idea to actually start a business when I was deployed. And I was deployed about 3 years ago now. And I was definitely nervous about it. I didn't start out with a lot of support. A lot of people took me as a joke. And this is a time where, this is before starting new businesses was like this. You know, like starting a new business is like booming right now. This is before it got like really booming. So I was nervous and I didn't think like people were bad for me or whatever else like that. But I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I had my moments, but I always got through them because I told myself like I wasn't going to quit. And I still have my moments now, but I'm not going to quit. Like, I'm going to make it or I'm going to die trying. Period. Like, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, it was definitely hard starting out my business or whatever. Cause it's a lot, but it's very fulfilling once you get this stuff done. Like, if you really want to have a business because you want to have a business, it'll be hard, but it will definitely be worth it. The way I push past the days where like things aren't really going well for me, or I'm setting goals, I'm not making sales and stuff like that, is I just have put it in my head, like, you got to keep going. Like, cause if I stop now, 2 years from now, I'm gonna look back like, damn, I could have been successful by now, but I quit. You know what I'm saying? I already know that. So why not work hard for these 2 years and get there rather than quit and give up on myself and then 2 years later be wishing that I had did the work that it takes to get to where I want to, you know, where I want to be. That's how I keep myself going. And then to be really honest, something that really keeps me going is people that don't want to see me keep going. They don't want to see me succeed. They want me to quit. They want me to completely give up on myself or whatever else. And I'm not going to give them the benefit. I don't give a fuck what I lose in the process. I'm not going to give anybody that benefit of seeing me quit. It's never going to happen. Like, when it comes to YouTube and stuff like that, like, I got people that you know, they were my friends and I helped them all and taught them this, taught them that, and they try to go take my shit, my personality, and some more and act like it's theirs, but they want to act like I'm not that bitch, you know what I'm saying? So what I do is I make sure I'm going to make sure I keep giving you things to copy. I'm going to keep letting you see me do good, because I am doing good. Even though my life is not perfect, I'm still going to keep going just because you don't want me to keep going. Y'all have to let people that don't support you, don't believe in you, hate on you. Honestly, sometimes you got to use that as motivation. Like, some days you're going to feel like, no, I don't feel like doing it. You got to think about, like, sis want me not to get up today. You know what I'm saying? She want me not to get up today. But I am. I'm gonna get up today. I'm gonna put my face on. I'm gonna promo my business. I'm gonna get up, make these YouTube videos. I'm gonna get up and ship me these packages. I'm gonna get up and answer these emails. Get up and do it. Like, that's how I keep myself motivated. Knowing, and then not only is people hating on you, whatever, but it's people that are counting on you to get up. I got a little brother. I got little brothers and a sister. Like, if I don't show them a good example, like who will? I have goals. I know things that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to start a business and hire convicted felons to give them a second chance. And I can't do that. I can't get to that if I'm sitting in the bed moping, like in this moment, you know, being upset in this moment. Like, I have things that I'm working towards. There are people that are dependent on me, like in the future. There are people that are dependent on me in the future to be able to feed their family, take care of their family. And I'm not gonna let them down. So that's how you keep going. When the days ain't going too good, think about the future. Think about who you're doing it for. How did you build your brand's customer count, or even the followers to gain credibility for your products? So the way I built my brand is like authentically, pretty much. The way I actually got followers to my business page is through my personal page, like on Instagram and Facebook. Like, I constantly promote my page, put on my website, talk about my Instagram, talk about my stuff, wear my stuff. Like now, I'm wearing PrettyRai custom, my PrettyRai custom necklace, my PrettyRai custom bamboos, PrettyRai gloss, PrettyRai lip liner, PrettyRai highlighter, PrettyRai brows pomade. Like, I'm always PrettyRai down, period. Like, I'm always promoting myself, and that's how I got people to my actual page. Now, as far as building my actual brand, I didn't build my brand on purpose necessarily. My brand, myself, is pretty much that. Anybody knows me knows growing up I was bullied, but now I'm like super confident and love with myself, and I try to pretty much, I'm unapologetically me. Which some people don't like that, and they talk about whatever, but a lot of people love that and they admire me for that, and you know, being myself, and they say I inspire them to be themselves and be comfortable being themselves. So that's how I built my brand, just being authentically me, you know, using my own phrases, honey. You know, just being myself. I go on Instagram, you can see me like this, but you can get on my Instagram and see me in my bonnet, like, you know, on my story, just talking, no makeup, whatever. And you know, I'm very big on being myself and letting others be themselves too. So that's pretty much my brand. I feel like the best way to build a brand, and the only way to build a brand, is to be yourself. Because when you out here faking and trying to pretend to be somebody else, people can see that and feel that, and they're not really gonna fuck with that. Like, so I'm just me. So just find out whatever's your thing, your niche, and just do that. Like, just be yourself. And that's, I mean, that's, for some people that is hard to do, but that's the answer. That's how I built my brand. And that's how I'm continuing to build my brand. What software do you use for graphic designs and logos? So as far as the software where I actually create my logos and stuff, I use Photoshop. Photoshop is the only thing that I use. But I do also know that Canva, I mean, I have an account on Canva, but I don't use it. But Canva is the best, is a good place too for logos and flyers and stuff like that, for people that are like beginners. Like Photoshop, you have to like know how to make stuff yourself. Like, I taught myself how to use Photoshop, but I would recommend for somebody that isn't like serious about graphics, or just, you know, you might just need them here and there for yourself. I wouldn't recommend going and buying Photoshop if you're not gonna really use it. I would recommend using Canva. So that's a good place to whatever. But if you want to learn how to do graphics, definitely Photoshop and YouTube can teach you anything. Seriously, that's how I learned a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm so stressed. I have no clue where to start. I'm trying to focus on a lot of stuff and focus on trying to start my business, as well as I want to open up a lot of skincare and body care products, and maybe a lip gloss occasionally, but more on the skincare as far as bath bombs, body wash, etc. Alright, so the best place to start when it comes to business is to just start. I'm actually doing a video on this, and I will have the link to that video in this video once it goes up. I don't know if this video is gonna go up or that video, but the best thing to do to get started is to start. Like, figure out what it is that you want to do, which you already know. Pick a name for your business. Get your logo made. Well, pick a name for your business, then check the name. Make sure it's not taken. Make sure it's like available on Instagram or whatever else. Set up those social media accounts on Instagram, Twitter, a Facebook page. Even if it's a social media place that you don't think you're really going to use, like Twitter, you want to make sure you have that handle just because. Whether you're going to use it or not, get that handle. But I feel like all those places should be used. So boom. Anyway, get your Instagram pages, get your logo made, get your business cards made. And I feel like that's what I did to start my business. And once I did that, like, and I got those business cards in my hand, I was like, this is it. Like, you can't turn back. So that's where you have to start. Now, as far as being nervous, that's normal. It's hard. You're gonna be nervous, but you just have to do it. This is what you want to do. You have to do it. You cannot be scared. Like, and I know a lot of people are mostly scared about support. And to be honest, you are not going to get support from where you think you should get it from. Like, it's going to be a lot of friends and stuff that don't follow your business page, don't share your stuff, don't nothing. And that's family and friends or whatever. And that's fine. You have to be ready for that. And don't let that stop you. Because there's people that don't know you and they're going to support the hell out of you. So you just have to be ready for that. So yeah, that's my best advice. If you need any more advice, you know, I'm sure you know where to find me. Just hit me up and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay, so the last question, it kind of goes back into like a previous question, but yeah. So how do you keep yourself motivated when or if your product is not selling? This is something that can be very discouraging to entrepreneurs. So I'm gonna answer this question as far as like a product, not just in general about business, a specific product. So if I have something that I've introduced and it's not selling well, and this happens, honey, it does. What I do is I step back and evaluate, like, am I promoting good enough? Am I promoting often enough? Like, why is it not selling? And from there, I pretty much do more or better promo. That's it. That's my answer. That's what I do. I don't really necessarily get discouraged. I'm trying to tell you, I don't get discouraged because I know, like, what's for me is for me and it's gonna work for me. So I don't really get discouraged necessarily, but I do understand, like, if something not selling, something not right, and that's on me. So I need to figure out what I got to do. And what I do is do better promo, maybe run a sale. But at the same time, when it comes to sales, you cannot run sales all the time. Because if you run sales all the time, then people will be accustomed to you running sales and they will never buy your stuff full price. They will always just wait for a sale. If they even buy it when you do a sale. So yeah, that's what I do when a product isn't selling well. Now that was the last question. I enjoyed doing this Q&A. I hope that y'all learned something, got something out of it. If there's anything else that y'all want to know, be sure to comment, write me on social media, and let me know, and I'll be sure to answer it for y'all. Thank y'all so much for the continued love and support, definitely. And y'all be sure to check out my Ask Pretty Rai segment. I did just add a new segment to my channel called Ask Pretty Rai, and it's pretty much an advice column. You write me, you know, whatever you're going through, vent to me about school, business, friendships, relationships, family situations, anything. I read it to you, like I read it on my YouTube channel, and I give you advice. If you're interested in that, or you need to vent, or you want advice or anything like that, click the link in the bio and leave, you know, whatever you want to say. It's anonymous. You don't have to worry about me knowing who you are or anything like that. You don't have to leave an email address, anything. You just can write and ask me. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.